The last time I was in New York, I was meeting with a mentor of mine who is a senior executive at one of the Wall Street banks, and he said something that I thought was truly brilliant. And it forced me to think deeper about what we're building, to think bigger, and more importantly, to understand the responsibility that we have as we develop the technology. Now, my name is Andrew Fisher. I'm the founder and CEO of QuaIL Technologies, and we work with financial advisors, wealth managers, and financial service professionals who are frustrated with slow manual processes, overwhelmed in a sea of information, and simply fed up with clunky, unflexible applications. Now, our mission is to create AI that can effectively perform all of the operations of a financial analyst. And in so doing, we give our users access to a resource that historically was only accessible to a select few. And that resource is the best financial analyst available. So imagine if you had access to the best financial analyst 24/7, 365, what would that do for your business? Now, some things you could do significantly faster, like client reporting. Others you could go meaningfully deeper, like market research. And others still were simply impossible before the era of AI that we currently find ourselves. Our users report productivity gains of up to 15 times for certain processes in just a matter of weeks. They're able to reduce the time to completion for certain workflows from days to literally seconds, and can consolidate 2, 3, 4 different applications into one. These outcomes save our customers time, money, and more importantly, allows them to grow their business while increasing client satisfaction. Now, I'm sure you will see many examples of how AI is impacting the industry, and with only 7 minutes, instead of talking about this feature and that feature, or how many data points we incorporate into our retrieval augmented generation, or our approach towards emergent AI, I figured I would highlight the benefits of QFin by simply talking about my morning. And so Isabel is a client of mine. And she gave me a call this morning, and she is concerned, as many likely are, about the recent market volatility. And in particular, she wanted to know what her exposure was to tech. And in the past, to address this concern, you would typically open the application where Isabel's investment information resides. You would search for the account and then portfolio, and then filter by sector, then export to Excel, and build a nice supporting chart, and then go to 1, maybe 2 other applications to do more research in order to formulate a robust response. This could take 15, 30 minutes, up to an hour, depending on how diligent we want to be with that response. But with QFin, you can do that entire process in a matter of seconds. And not by copy, paste, and prompting, but by simply talking to your digital financial analyst. You simply go to the application and tell Fin what's going on. And that is that Isabel is concerned about her tech exposure amidst the recent market volatility and headlines. Can you generate a summary to address these concerns? And in just a matter of seconds, we know what Isabel's technology exposure is, what the constituents of that exposure are, what the drivers of performance are, and more importantly, we can dig in and see exactly what data was used to inform the response. We can see the in-text citations, but we can also dig in and see the exact data provenance of what data was pulled, what the data is, what the source is, what the published date, what the timestamp is. We can trust, but validate. Now, this is something that we can take and we can pass on to Isabel, or we can continue to refine or expand simply by continuing the conversation. But as we know, not all allocations are created equal, so I then went to the dashboard here and asked Fin to show me Isabel's performance attribution by sector over the last 30 days. And now we can go to Isabel with a complete narrative, and that is that your concerns are valid. It's been a turbulent time. But your technology exposure is this, the components of that exposure are these, and the drivers of performance are this. And while the technology sector has been under pressure recently, your particular allocation has actually been additive to performance. And this is something that we can do in a matter of seconds, significantly faster, meaningfully deeper, and in a time frame that was simply impossible before applications like QFin. Now, we'll continue to monitor this portfolio to ensure that we're properly aligned, and how we fulfill that pledge is we simply go to the assignments and set an assignment up to where we tell Fin that we want to monitor the tech exposure for Isabel and report any performance impacts. We'll set that to the appropriate portfolio. We'll call this the tech monitor, and we want that on our desk first thing in the morning, every morning, until we say stop. Now, this is something that can operate and continue to process without a person in that workflow. Once the assignment is set up, it will continue to operate autonomously. And I think this is a super interesting thing that allows AI to fully show its power and capabilities. And because we're connected to the existing WELL stack, we are ingesting and analyzing hundreds of data points and taking into consideration Isabel's client-specific information. And this is something that we can do for one individual client or 1,000 individual clients in a matter of seconds. This is truly only scratching the surface of QFin's capabilities, but needless to say, Isabel remains a happy client. Now, as the timer ticks down, if you are a financial advisor, wealth manager, or financial service professional that is frustrated with slow manual processes and wants to accelerate workflows, elevate productivity, and grow your business while increasing client satisfaction, we would love to connect. We are also raising capital, so if you are an investor, we would love to connect with you as well. And it has been an absolute pleasure showing you the new technology operating model that we are developing. And while we are excited about this version 1, we are even more excited about version 2, version 3, 4, 5, and beyond. The future is truly bright. Thank you for your time.